Hey everybody, welcome to the Out the Trunk Pod with Jordan and Darius. My name is Jordan. You can find me on all socials at Jordy B Writing.
And I'm Darius. That's D's all up in your area on all socials.
This is our movie review segment. Today we're going to be reviewing Love and Basketball. The movie came out in 2000, starring the lovely Sanaa Lathan, Omar Epps, Alfred Woodard, Dennis Haysbert, Regina Hall, Gabrielle Union, and Harry Lennox. Love and Basketball is about next door neighbors Quincy McCall and Monica Wright, who grew up sharing a burning passion for basketball. Over the years, their childhood friendship evolves into a complex romance while chasing professional dreams. Navigating personal setbacks and shifting priorities, they must eventually decide if their love for the game matches their love for each other. So I'm gonna toss it to you for Act One.
Act one, the first quarter, young Monica and Quincy meet as children in Los Angeles, bonding over their shared athletic talent. As they enter high school, their competitive nature sparks a deep friendship and a romantic tension. I just want to say off the bat, and I can say this because we're the same age, so I was her age when the show was filmed. Kyla Pratt was
Right.
one of young Darius's first crushes. Not
Yes,
particularly in
same.
this role, but in 101.
Yes.
Um,
Yes, Lord.
And for the viewer or listener out there, that's not weird. I just looked it up on my phone. She's 39, I'm 37. So I was literally her age when I thought
Yeah, right.
she was a minor at the time, but so was I.
It's not like we were 40.
Right. So I mean, people like, yeah. So like, I'll always say like
Yeah,
Lisa
yeah,
Turtle was one of my first crushes, and they'll be like, she was a teenager in that
yeah.
movie, and I was like, nigga, I was four. Like,
Yeah. Right.
but shout out Kyla Pratt, man. I feel like she gets under discussed in
Yeah.
the '90s baddies discourse. So
Yes. Absolutely. She gets slept on.
it would be an early
This movie
2000s
has
baddies discourse, but
yeah, 2000s. This movie has like 70% of my 90s crushes. Like literally like I
it's
don't think the only people are missing is Reagan Gomez, Maya Campbell, and Topanga, I think. Like
yeah. I mean, we got a Tyler Perry, Tyler Banks,
what?
Tyra
Something you want to tell
Banks
us?
cameo. We got Gabrielle Union
Uh,
was in this one.
yeah, Gabrielle Union, Regina
Um,
Hall.
Listen, man,
Um,
Quincy McCall was running through him. He
yeah,
had some
man.
joints. In
Even
one
the
movie,
moms of
he
this movie,
hit Sanaa Lathan, Gabrielle Union, and
Tyra
Tyra Banks.
Banks.
So yeah.
Yeah. And then it was Mia from Best Man was the side piece.
I don't even remember that, but yeah, go for it.
The girl that when she went to his apartment,
Oh yeah,
um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, that was her.
That ain't the same tier, but she's cool.
Well,
Uh,
fair.
there are levels to this.
Also, Monica's teammates were fine as fuck too.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Nameless, faceless teammates.
yes. I love this movie. Started out with one of my favorite songs of all time, "Love and Happiness."
Yeah.
That movie fits with in any soundtrack, any movie ever. It's just that movie. The song is just so goated. Has nothing
Someone
to do with
once
the movie, but I just
said
wanted to shout that out.
Al Green's superpowers, he just made being in love sound so easy.
He did.
He
He did.
just,
He really, really did.
he really did. Sorry for interrupting you. What'd you say?
No, that's a fact. Yeah, that's actually I was thinking about that this week. I've listened to a lot of R&B lately, and I think that's the problem is R and like we have very few R&B singers who sing about people that they like.
Yeah.
Like it's always like they ain't shit, this girl ain't shit, this guy ain't shit, fuck you. And it's like, okay, well, it's clearly they gave you some sort of positive experience, which is why you missed them. Can we talk about that a little bit?
Nah, man. I got an Al Green playlist that he's just one truly one of one voices. Just
Yeah,
nothing like it. Not you've never heard anything like it. And two, just he just the songwriting was just the pen was crazy. And I don't know if he wrote all these
yeah,
songs back then. It was much more collaborative, but he was one of one when it came to the tunes, man. And shout out to Dennis Haysbert, Quincy's father. Can't should never be
yeah.
in a man's
The Allstate.
vocabulary. I co-sign it.
Yeah, I fuck with that. I like that. That's something I want to teach my kids for sure. Um, I also love that he was hard on them and be a man and all that stuff, but he didn't like withhold he also told them that he loved them on a regular basis and hugged them and shit, which I think is equally as important. I feel like in a lot of movies and shows, black dads they don't always show that part of black fatherhood. So I love that this movie does that.
Um, that's part. I think that's big part of Uncle Phil's popularity is
Yeah.
now the writers definitely softened him after the first season. And that was actually a note that they got back. It was like his
Mhm.
his behavior to Will is so off-putting, and so the writers softened him up quite a bit by the end. I
Yeah.
mean, he was basically a surrogate father. Um, what else you got for Act One, man?
Um, so I forgot I forgot that his dad played for the Clippers, not the Lakers. But as when I was watching it, I was like, I've before like Blake Griffin, I'd never seen anyone in real life ever wear a Clippers jersey out in public.
Yeah. Um, the only notable Clipper I could think of is Elton Brand, before Blake Griffin. Uh,
Yeah. Um, yeah, I think so. That's it. I mean, did yeah, I think that's
yeah,
it.
this is Elton Brand.
That's it.
We get into some like Corey Maggette and Stromile Swift, but like those players aren't
Yeah,
notable. Just Elton
correct.
Brand.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
Yeah,
wanted
no,
to
that's it,
say,
man.
this movie. I saw the scene and I was like, this is where people got it from. The scene when they first have sex. Uh,
Mhm.
this is why people think Maxwell's "This Woman's Work" is a love song because it was playing during the
Yes.
scene.
Yeah.
I need the people to understand that song is about a miscarriage. It's not romantic. Stop playing it at your weddings. Stop posting it in the background of your Valentine's Day posts. That song, listen to the lyrics of the song. It is not in any way, shape, or form romantic. It's literally about him struggling with his
Yeah.
wife's very complicated pregnancy and an eventual miscarriage. And I found the source of this epidemic, and it's this damn scene where they played it in a very
Yeah.
romantic way, and it's just not a romantic
Right.
song. I need the people to listen to the lyrics of the
And
songs
the
that you like.
correct. And the reason people think it's romantic, well, one, obviously Maxwell's voice is like God level. And two, it's the harp.
Yeah,
That harp makes you think it's like a fucking lovely song. I mean, it's a lovely song, but a song about a loving experience,
it's not
which obviously it is
romantic.
not. Um, yeah, you're right. Romantic. Sorry, Portia's words. Yeah, romantic. Um, at this point I want to make, I'll highlight it further in Act Three, but I love that this movie shows the the struggle of like gender roles at the time, like the fact that her mom was from the South, her mom was from Atlanta, so she's kind of more of a Southern belle. And then her sister obviously kind of followed in that um same aesthetic. Whereas Monica's character, or Monica, was, tomboy, loved ball, all that, and that was kind of the push and pull between her and her mom because they just couldn't see each other, they couldn't hear each other. Um, and I mean that's a big theme of the movie. Both genders really, in terms of struggling with their identity and how to best represent that while also maintaining their authentic self. But I just love that this movie developed characters that had their own individual lives and identities, and of course the love story is essential, glue to hold it all together. But it also focuses on their families and kind of shows why they are the way that they are in a way that's not um cheap or manufactured.
I agree. I think it just kind of showed a good balance of the positive qualities a father brings to a relationship and or to a parenting, and the
Yeah.
positive qualities a mother brings to parenting, because the dad was just a good contrast with the mom. You know, he knew she would grow out of it for the most part. And he just kind of let her be free, and the mom wanted to be a girl, but like some of that was actually what she needed to hear, and it was just a good little
Hmm.
balance of the different perspectives and attributes fathers can bring to parenting and mothers can bring to parenting. So
Yeah.
anything else for Act One?
Um, yes, already burned through my 90s crush point. Uh, but we cannot understate the talent and beauty that is in this movie. Got young Gabrielle Union. I feel like up until like 2003, all she ever played was like mean vixens in movies.
It's because she's not a great actress. She's not. I'm sorry. She's very, very, very attractive woman, but she
Yeah.
just can't act. And so, point me to the movie where she was like, "Wow, this is cinema." I'm wait. I'll go watch it tonight or tomorrow, but I haven't heard it. She can't act. She was so bad in those Think Like a Man movies. Just oof.
To be fair, I think everyone was bad in the second one.
Well,
Uh,
yeah, fair. All right, Act
um,
Two, the halfway point. Now at USC, both athletes face the pressures of collegiate sports and personal turmoil. Their relationship is tested by family secrets and the different paths their professional careers begin to take. You know how I feel about whiny ass grown men. I was not, I just was not feeling Quincy's despondent behavior during this act. So I will expound upon
uh,
that later. But what you
okay.
got for Act Two?
So my first note for Act Two is, um, you know how this movie had like a relatively small budget is because there's a scene where they're working out the girls' college team and they're benching with no rack. I'm like, that's a really good way to hurt yourself.
Yeah, yeah. Which is crazy
I was
because
like,
like I feel
what?
like this movie had a run. It doesn't feel like a cult classic. I mean I was young, but
No, not
I
at all.
remember it being in theaters and being popular.
Yeah.
Oh, what else you got for Act Two?
One of my favorite scenes in the movie is when they're in basketball practice and she rips old girl and pulls up for three and the three in transition and holds the goose. And then the coach is like, I love that. Let me see you do that again. Do it for the whole practice.
I
That's
mean,
one of my favorite scenes.
as a freshman, you shouldn't be doing that. You should be
Yeah,
that wasn't a great look as a freshman. So she
true.
was a little, she needed some humbling.
Yeah,
Especially, on the like women's basketball is so much more competitive than men's basketball because there's so much less opportunity, And so
right.
um them girls those are tough. That's tough. And
Yeah,
she was
man.
only there because someone else had to leave. I guess another girl got pregnant
Yeah,
and
the girl got pregnant. Tanya Randall got pregnant.
which I don't even think is legal anymore to kick someone off the team for getting pregnant, but um, this is 2000, and yeah, it was
Right.
just Monica came in a little hot-headed, and she got humbled a bit, and it worked out for her because she kept her head down and she took advantage of the opportunity when it came to her. So
Yeah, and I think a lot of people don't realize is like this movie obviously came out in 2000, but it's set during college in like 88.
yeah,
So at that point, we're talking about the competitiveness of women's basketball. WNBA hadn't been created yet. So literally it was like you're gonna hoop, you're gonna go to college, and then you're gonna go overseas.
yeah, and the overseas spots aren't plentiful. It's like
Right.
and they so yeah, this is it. You have to look at it if you're watching this movie like this is the NBA to them. This is the highest level of the highest level.
Hmm.
And when they go play overseas, that's a step down in competition than USC. It's USC, man. That's where Cheryl Miller
Right.
went. This is serious
Correct.
business. So,
Hell yeah.
uh,
You
was
scored
she
100
wrong
points.
for leaving him on the night that she had curfew?
I don't think she was wrong, but I get why he was mad. Like that's one of those situations to me where like no one was in the wrong. It just was this. It just was what it was. Like she had to make curfew because she had to hoop. She's there for college. She's like that. She's on scholarship. I'm assuming that's probably how she's paying for school. You can't miss
No.
games and like you know what I'm saying. You're a freshman already. You're already on a short leash. Remember, there's no WNBA, so you don't know. Like this really is it for all
Is
you
it?
know. You gotta go to bed. And I get why he could have. I'm assuming he could have went and chilled at her dorm. I'm gonna guess. So she wasn't
I
wrong.
I found his behavior irredeemable. First of all, the pouting, the whining, and then it's like if any, like she said, if anybody should have understood, it should have been him. And then
Correct.
I found it so off-putting and irredeemable. He's just pouting like a big ass baby. You're a grown man. I get that you're going through some personal turmoil, but men's supposed to hold it down. Men aren't supposed to cry and pout and bitch and moan and yeah. I just found it just disgusting. I found it. Then he's fucking up in basketball because I guess he's stressed or
Yeah, he crashed
anxiety or
out.
whichever one. He's buzzwords they have, and I am glad that she uh left him there, took care of her shit, and went and
Yeah.
sought what she needed to see, and it worked out for her, and I'm glad it didn't work out for him. There. It's just men should not be rewarded for pouting.
That's valid. That's valid. And also, like I wrote this down, but I don't think, first of all, if you're not married, you should never put your goals over your pick your partner over your goals. I also think if you're under 30, you should never put your partner over your goals. I think that's just wildly stupid and irresponsible, personally. So for the listeners out there, do not move for the partner. Do not pass up that job opportunity for your partner if you're under 30. That's just silliness. Um, so
Under
yeah, I'm like
30 is a
this.
little late in life. That's a little millennial Peter Panish. But definitely not in college and definitely not before you're married.
Yeah, no, I'm saying if you have like like actual opportunities, you know what I'm saying? Like you have a job offer, take that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
true.
saying?
And also, like I said, if you're not married, well, yeah, you should be married at that point. You know, if you're moving together, you should be married. So,
Yeah.
no,
Um,
certainly not in college. You know, the worst,
yeah,
like,
hell no.
was it Boy Meets World where Topanga turned down Yale for him? And I'm
Yale
just
for
like,
him. Yeah.
you turned down Yale to be with your high school boyfriend?
High
Are you
school sweetheart.
insane?
Yeah, that was fucking nuts.
Um, yeah, bad message to
Yeah,
send
he
the
definitely
lady.
was an anchor for her. Looking back at it, like as an adult, as a kid, you're like, "Oh wow, that's so romantic," and as an adult, you're like, "She ruined her life basically for him." Uh,
Yale is one of the most prestigious universities in the world, not just the country, the world.
yeah,
Right?
the world.
To turn that
Yeah,
down for fucking your neighborhood high school boyfriend
Corey
is
Matthews.
pure insanity.
Yeah,
You got anything else for Act Two?
right. Um, yeah. So I mean, there's the affair. Obviously, that then he starts to crash out. He starts spiraling. And then they have their breakup. Um, did you think that? I don't want to word this. Like he. Do you think she was being immature by not wanting to be friends with him after the breakup?
No. Um, friend, well, no. I'm not opposed to staying close with with an ex, but like immediately
Mhm.
afterwards, especially when you broke up with me on some hoe shit,
Right.
uh, because you basically asked me to put my lifelong dream to play high level basketball,
Over you.
to listen to you cry about your family troubles.
Right.
That's why you broke up with me. No, I don't. No, no, absolutely not. I have no problem with not being friends with him anymore. He was an unrepentant jerk in Act Two. Um, I just not a fan of Quincy McCall. So I guess he was a junior, I think, because his dad was, I don't know. But
I
anyways, I
don't
was
remember
not
what
a
his
fan
dad's
of
name
him. Yeah.
was.
Dennis Haysbert was
Um,
his dad's name.
yeah. Um, yeah, that should. Yeah, it's just it's interesting to me how naive he was. Like you thought your dad, the ex NBA player, rich in Los Angeles, was being faithful to your mom, and he was a scout, but he was taking meetings at 1 a.m. Where the fuck do they hoop at 1 a.m.?
Nowhere. Nowhere. Yeah, I mean, I get being thrown back because your parents are supposed to be your superheroes. And the
For
first
sure,
time you
yeah,
realize that they're human is a bit jarring. But
jarring.
the way he just crashed out and act, I mean, he act like he was cheated on. And it's like, oh
Yeah,
man, tighten up, nigga. Like you a
yeah, I
grown
did
man.
like. Yeah, I did like that this movie. A big tenet of this movie is that your parents are people too,
Yeah.
and I love that they show that because again, we don't really get that in black movies, I feel like. So I love that they kind of showed that like his father was a good father. He just wasn't a good husband. I'm saying just wasn't a good husband. He wasn't a good husband. But
Well, I guess they got divorced. So,
yeah.
I was gonna ask something controversial, but I don't feel like it.
Okay.
An affair is not in and of itself a permanent stamp of bad spouse.
Mhm.
But I've said this before that I think real life is complicated and
Yeah.
it's not they're not mutually exclusive. Like you can be a good husband that had an affair. Um, that doesn't mean that all husbands who have affairs are good husbands, but
Are good husbands, right?
yeah, like life is life and life is complicated. So it's not
Yeah,
automatically a rubber stamp
right.
of bad partner. People
Hmm.
recover, like I've said on the pod the other day, the people who recover from affairs you never hear from, So
Right. They keep that
they're not the
between
ones
them.
bitching about it on Facebook, like, the reason why they worked through it is because they invited you
That's
out
why
of
they,
their
yeah,
business, right? So
correct.
yeah, just got to be
Yeah.
careful with the.
And he did bring up,
No, go ahead.
yeah, he did bring up a good point where he brought up the fact that, like, they didn't plan to have Quincy. They didn't plan to get married. It just happened that she got pregnant when she was young. So he married her. Doesn't mean he didn't love her, but that does matter. Um, and yeah, like life is life. Life is hard. Life is complicated. There's no, all this shit is difficult. We're all like, there's no roadmap to this shit. But yeah, getting caught with with the PI is crazy.
The PI, man, they was making out in the hotel lobby. I Yeah, this surveillance state, this was 2000, but now with ring cameras and cell phone cameras and this, that, you might just
Yeah,
want
you
to
got to be
stay
James Bond
faithful.
to get away with it. Yeah, you might just want to stay
Just-
faithful to people out there. There's no way to hide it. I don't know how you do hide it, honestly. Um, this day and age, you got to be James Bond to get away with that shit.
Pretty much, man. You got anything else for Act Two?
Um, no, that's all I got for Act Two.
All right, we are going to go into Act Three, the final buzzer. Years later, after playing internationally and facing injuries, Quincy and Monica reconnect. One final game of one-on-one determines the future of their relationship and their shared history on the court. This movie reminded me that tearing your ACL used to be like a catastrophic thing. So,
Yeah, it was a death sentence.
yeah, I just, we've gotten so used to a year off back as good as new, but
Yeah,
like the way it felt like he died, his career ended basically, and
yeah,
so it was a nice little. Oh, it was the first time the movie felt a little dated. So,
yeah,
uh, what you got for Act Three, man?
yeah. I thought the same thing. For Act Three, I I want to talk about the conversation she has with her mom, in the kitchen. The second one after she tell before she after she told her that she was better than the girl that he was going to marry. Um, I love the fact that they first of all they finally aired their shit out because they both were looking down on each other. I just think that the mom didn't want to admit that she was looking down on her, so she was able to say like, "You look down on me because I'm a housewife." Um, and I did love that she kind of broke down like, I my dream was being home so I could spend time with y'all, so I could be there for the shit that matters, so I could get you ready for prom and your big dance and give you my mother's pearls, a family heirloom. Um, Aside from the fact that, obviously I could have had a career, but I chose family life over, you know, um, she did basically what Quincy wanted her to do in college. Um, and then, of course, it was crazy though that like not going to your child's games. I don't. That's insane to me. But she did point out that she kind of realized she thought that she never wanted her there, which is why she didn't go. And one of my theories on parenthood is that like one parent's always like there in terms of like physically present, but the other parent is the one that the child really needs more. And they often rarely never make that connection. And that's what I feel like every kid, a lot of kids for the most part, have one parent where they're like, this parent understands me, this parent gets me, but I really want this parent to see me. And I feel like they can't see me. And I feel like this movie did a great job of showing that.
Yeah, it's fine to feel that way as a child. It is wild disrespectful to come at your mom like that.
No, yeah, she was out of pocket.
I was sitting there watching. I'm like, what did she do to you? Like what? What are you? I just I didn't even know where that came from. I was like, all right, so first of all, you act okay. So the movie wanted to make her out to be, Cruella DeVille about the basketball, and she was just like, "Hey, let's do your
Right.
hair. Hey, how about you wear a
Yeah.
dress?" Like she played all through high school, all through college. I'm sure the motherfucking
Yeah, she
parents
let her
paid
play.
for it. What are you? These just whitey ass people. What are you crying about? Like you came at your mom like that because she was a stay-at-home mom. All she ever did was make sure that you were straight.
Right.
And um you followed your dreams all the way to Europe. Hey, what the fuck are you
Right.
bitching about?
Like you got all the support you needed.
You reached the highest level of basketball and you're mad that she didn't clap hard enough in the eighth grade. Give me a fucking break. These people are ridiculous. Pops got you a job at the bank. You in the
Yeah.
suburbs. You living next to professional basketball players. They have
Well,
provided
first of
you
all,
with a great
they were
life.
yeah. Well, let's keep it a stack. That was not the suburbs. Those were mansions.
Yeah,
Nigga had a pool in the back.
correct. And it's like you have NBA players next to you. Whatever your dad doing, the money's rolling in. Your mom didn't have to work.
Right.
And
Correct.
so I just thought, I don't know where this animosity came from. You got to
Yeah.
do everything you wanted to do. So occasionally she wanted you to wear a dress to church. I get being frustrated as a child, but as a
Hmm.
grown up, you gotta charge that to the
Yeah.
game. I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think we do need to remember that these all these characters are super duper young in this movie too. Like they're like 17, between 17 and like 24, pretty much the whole movie. Um, so I don't know how mature I would have been at that point if I felt like I wasn't being supported in my dreams, although she was supported in her dreams.
What
Um,
under what pretense would she feel that way though? What do you want them to do?
I mean, I
Move to
guess we
Europe
don't we
with
don't
you?
know. I mean, I guess we don't know how. Yeah, but I was gonna say I think that's maybe what it was. Maybe that they didn't visit her enough in Europe. I don't know. Um, yeah, I thought like her. I mean, her mom would say like little things, but I mean, she wasn't malicious. She wasn't out to kill her dreams. Um, she wasn't the like the Tyler Perry mom who's like out to
No.
destroy her children. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
well, yeah, Tyler Perry would have written it so over the top. She would have
Yeah,
literally had devil's
he
horns coming
traded
out of
me
her
for ten
head.
dollars in a fix.
Yeah.
Right.
It was so bad. Um, can we be honest for a second?
Yeah, what's up?
Let's play for your heart is corny as hell. Um,
Oh, of course.
I
Yes, of
just
course.
that did not age well. I
It's
was
a
like,
little
this,
cringe.
this is
Yeah.
fucking like what?
That's how you know that this movie was written by a lady.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mean that in a bad way. Writer director, she's actually great. She's made a lot of great stuff since
I
this movie
think
as well.
I
So I want to
think
give her
so.
her props. Um, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think she's pretty successful, but that was just corny, man. And
Yeah,
rom-coms need a little corny, but that was like, man, this is. They literally were like keeping score, and it was a little cheesy. So it was a callback to the
yeah.
dorm
Okay,
where
so
they were playing for clothes. But it was too much for me.
right, yeah. So Gina Prince by the Wood, that's her name. I want to make sure I got it right. She did Secret Life of Bees, The Woman King with Viola Davis, Beyond the Lights, and Disappearing Act. So yeah, she's legit. Um, yeah. So okay, so a lot of women talk about this movie and they say it's a horror movie, and they usually reference the basketball scene because he beat her and then dunked at the end. And I think I think it literally was just like they were competitive and they love basketball. So he was like, I'm gonna beat you so you know I can beat you. Now I'm gonna let you know I love you and I'm choosing you.
Gotta establish
Am I
dominance.
crazy?
Um, I think we should probably phone a friend, a female. We're not going to, but I agree with you. But we're both men.
Yeah,
I would definitely win. Got to establish dominance. But why do they
right.
say it's a horror movie? That scene alone? Is there discourse that I missed?
Um, I mean, I think the way he acted, he treated her kind of like shit in college. He did a little
I
bit, but
mean,
they're
he was
18. Who cares? I mean,
he
not who
was
cares, but they
an
were 18. I don't,
unrepentant jerk, a whiny man
yeah,
baby who had severe main character syndrome and
correct.
could not put himself in anyone else's shoes, and made his problems the whole world's problems. I understand that,
Yes, he was very selfish,
but I mean, I don't.
but there was never a point where I didn't think he loved her.
And also, she still achieved every. She went to Europe and played for a championship, so it's not like
Yeah,
it would be a horror movie if she gave all that up to stay at USC with him and bake
USC with
cookies
him
and pop out babies.
and
But
became
like
his wife, and yeah, yeah, yeah,
it was actually kind of like it's almost like a. And granted, I'm a dude, but it felt a little feminist that she went and left
yeah.
and
I
achieved
thought the
her
same
goals
thing.
and went to Europe and won a championship and came
Hmm.
back and then
And
said,
made it to the
okay,
league.
yeah, said, I've, and then he it ends with him clapping, watching her poop. And so,
Exactly.
you know, to me, the message was you can have your cake and eat it too, because Monica did.
Yeah,
But again, I'm a dude, so I don't know. That's
and
how
chase
I
your
saw
dreams
it.
first.
Yeah, she did every, she checked all her boxes
Yeah, I
before she
thought.
came
Yeah, I
back to
thought
his
this
raggedy
was
ass.
correct. And by the way, if we're gonna keep it a stack, she was better comparative to her competition than he was to his.
Yeah, I mean,
Because remember, he was coming off the bench when he got hurt. He was a scrub.
he was a scrub, and
So
then he got hurt, and I mean, he just yeah, he was yeah, I'm with you. He's a scrub. So
yeah, so I don't really get it. I think she loved him more than he loved her. You could make that case, yeah. But they did love each other.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. These things ebb and flow. Sometimes
True.
these things ebb and flow. So, but it ends with
Yeah.
him being stay-at-home daddy, clapping, baking cookies while she goes to work playing basketball. So I'm not sure
Right.
if the wrong message was conveyed, even though I think that he was not a great guy in college. So, but whom whom
Yeah.
amongst
I don't
us
think so.
was?
Right. Who at 18 was like, "Oh yeah, I'm ready to be a husband and a
Yeah.
great a great boyfriend."
Yeah, like
Come
I'm
on, man.
sorry, but if not handling your first breakup well is a death sentence, then I'm out of here.
Yeah.
So
Right.
uh, just glad there was no internet back then, or not. There was an internet, but not
Yeah,
like
we got
what
to
we
give
have
people room
now.
to grow and yeah,
That's why I don't
correct. Yes.
do the digging up of old
Yeah.
tweets. Like, if you tweeted it when you were a teenager, I'm
Mhm.
charging it all to the game. I don't care.
Mhm.
If you had given me a Twitter or an Instagram account when I was 16 years old, ain't no telling what would be on there. So, I have a full
Right.
moratorium on anything said before the age of 18. I'm not doing it. So, um, beyond that, case by case basis. But if you are a teenager, if you see them tweets from like 2015, and I look up and the dude's 22 today. Charge that shit to the game. I don't care.
Yeah.
Just I don't care what a 15-year-old said on Twitter, Like, it doesn't.
Right. It
You
was
got
probably
anything
just
else?
song lyrics that people didn't know.
That too. You got anything else for Act Three?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's all I have for Act Three. Okay, so have you ever played one on one for someone's heart? And if so, would you let them win?
No, I have not, and no, I would not. I can't
Okay.
imagine this thing cornier. Would I let them win? No, but if I loved her,
Yeah,
I would accept the double or nothing.
yeah. Okay, so is there a sport or game that's like you're like if a girl was like, let's play one on one for marriage or whatever as a stakes, and you knew you could crush her, which game or sport would it be?
I would just say, can we skip the thematics and just go get married? I don't really like. I don't. Are we in a movie right now? Like,
Yeah, if you were in a movie, yeah. So if you were,
like
if
I
you had
don't.
just torn your ACL,
This literally only happens in movies. Why? What are you talking? Are you? Is there a camera
right?
around here?
Nah, I'm
No.
just fucking with you. I'm just fucking with
I
you.
would be like, first of all, I don't. I refuse to accept a woman proposing to me. So like, give me a day and then I'll propose and then we'll go get married. But no, we are not playing dominoes for
Yeah.
your heart. I'm good.
What would you do if a woman proposed to you? What would you do?
I would be mortified. I don't even know. I that's a little too masculine for me. I think I'd be out.
That'd be
I
the
would
deal breaker.
I think yeah, honestly, because what kind of woman are you, and what kind of man did you think I was?
Right.
Be a lady, man. Like that's my new
And then you
rant.
gotta hold your hand out for the ring.
Yeah, like my oh yeah, let me get my nails done. It's like get off your knees, be a lady. My God. There's a joke there. But
Yeah.
all right, what do you rate it?
No, this is great because when I sent texted my homegirls about this movie, they were like, "Please don't be on no woke shit, y'all, please."
That you must
So I
not
think we
listen
did
to
our
the
jobs.
pod because
Um,
I don't do woke.
right. Oh yeah, she hasn't really listened yet. Well, on black shit, we obviously what was I gonna say? Yeah, I love this movie and it aged really, really well. And I love the messaging of family and appreciating your parents. And um, again, I think this movie has a lot of like feminist ideology. I think it's really dope considering the time that it was made in. Yeah, I'm gonna give this movie 5 stars. It's got every girl I've ever loved in the '90s in it, and it's about basketball, my favorite sport. So fucking we ball. I'm giving 5 stars.
They like the way you dribble up and down the court. I'm gonna go three. I found it to be pleasant. Obviously a lot of eye candy in there. It was a crisp 2 hours. I like the way they broke it out
Yeah.
into first, second, and third quarter. Yeah, I go with a three. So internet
Okay.
discourse better or worse than brown sugar?
Yeah. So I posted that on the the story, and then I posted it on my Facebook too. Um, Everyone said Brown Sugar was better than this movie. Like it was like a resounding uh blowout, actually. I was kind of surprised.
Oh, I found Brown Sugar to be a better movie. But not by a landslide or anything. They're both decent 90s, 2000s rom-coms. So, uh, three. All right. Thanks for listening. My name is Darius. That's D's all up in the area on all socials.
And I'm Jordan. That's Jordy B writing on all socials.
Please rate, like, subscribe. We are at Out the Trunk Pod on all socials. That is Out the Trunk Pod on all socials.
And for any ongoing movie recommendations, feel free to reach out to us via email at outthetrunkpod@gmail.com. That's outthetrunkpod@gmail.com. Thanks. That's a wrap. Thanks for coming to the movies with us. Back next week reviewing Baby Driver.
All right,
Y'all take
y'all.
care.